Hard Mark Podcast.
Shrimp on the barbie. Shrimp on the barbie. Do you respect that? That's corruption. I could make a fake snake.
You do not pee in the pool. You do not pee
on the barbie. All of myself is clean.
Welcome to the Hard Mark Podcast, everybody. Rumpus time has begun. My name is Eric Donaldson, and the purpose of Rumpus time is to explore the mind of the weird and wonderful star of our program. He is the artist formerly known as the man of 54,097 compliments, the EVP of soul skiing development, the maitre d' of mat drama, the Tampa Bay topsider, the living painting, the talent, the kooky coma kid, flying Ryan Murphy. Ryan, how are you doing on this fine day?
Fantastic.
That's not the response I was expecting, but I'm glad to hear that.
Okay, yeah, good. Gotta shake things up a bit.
Yeah, the coma references, of course, when we were in person, the last round of episodes, we delved briefly, before we got into our extended Wrestle Talk, we delved briefly into whether or not you would prefer to be in a coma for 10 years or in prison for 5. And so, hence, the kooky coma kid.
I went coma on that.
It's been a bit since I listened to it back.
Yeah.
I'm pretty I think you did because you attributed it to being sleep.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of thinking it back now. It makes sense, but yeah. I don't think if you had asked me right now, I would have had to come up with an answer. I don't think.
Well, you're sober now. I mean, we were several tequilas deep when we were having this discussion before, so your brain wavelengths were working differently then.
Yeah.
We're talking to a sober, he's clear-headed, he's sipping on his grapefruit. I feel like you drink out of the same glass, regardless of whether it's tequila or grapefruit juice.
It's all I have. I just buy it's great for the environment, just plastic cups. I didn't think I would be here that long, Eric. All right.
Okay, understood. There's not glassware in the house, communal glassware.
Not communal. I think there's very little glassware in this house. There's 4 guys living in here.
Sure.
But yeah, there's no communal glassware.
Okay. All right.
No.
Noted.
No.
Well, let's get right into it then. We'll delve into this edition of Ryan Ranks It.
A wave is like a twister.
And Ryan, I've got a good one for you. I think you're going to be invested. I think, a large part of this is kind of getting that engagement from Ryan early on. And so I think I've got one when people are hearing this. So this is going to be posted as of February 9th is when people are going to be hearing this, right before Valentine's Day. But we're not going to talk about Valentine's Day here today because Ryan, as per he's mentioned previously, he's never going to have sex again. So we're not going to dangle that sword of Damocles over Ryan. Instead, we're going to pivot towards something that's a little bit more up his alley at the moment. We're going to talk about sports, Ryan.
Good.
Men being men, just the way we like them. But so the Super Bowl is right around the corner. Again, people are going to be hearing this on the 9th of February, Super Bowl's this coming weekend. And so I thought it would be interesting for the two of us to sit down and have a discussion and rank the major sports trophies.
Nice.
Yeah. And so we'll just launch right into it. And I don't know, there is necessarily a baseline for this, the catch-up of sports trophies, if you will. I guess we'll just go in the order that I have them written out here. One that's near and dear to your own heart, Ryan. Major League Baseball. I don't know, do you know the name of that trophy? I can visualize it in my brain. It has a lot of flag type of things. It's like pennant sticks coming out, circular. I can Google it if neither of us know off the top of our heads.
Is it the pennant?
Is it just called I thought, let's see. My phone was just listening to me. Is it just the World Series trophy?
No, I don't think it's the World Series trophy.
The Yogi Berra Award.
No. What are you searching?
Hold on, my phone just... Okay. World Series trophy name. It was christened the Commissioner's Trophy in 1985.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of people would know that.
I certainly didn't know. I mean, it's a beautiful looking trophy.
It is.
Probably going to be the worst name on our list, though.
Yeah. So are we ranking the trophies themselves?
But yes, no, we're ranking the trophies specifically, in my opinion.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, that's different. But it's a good one still.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So this is, I mean, I think you can weigh the sport in it to some degree, but really we're looking at the trophies. We're comparing the trophies.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's a nice, I think, like, I like that trophy a lot.
Yeah, the Commissioner's Trophy, sir.
Yeah, no, I think it's great, a great looking trophy. I don't think it stands out though. Like, you have probably, I think the other three major sports definitely stand out much more. Like,
we'll see if we can come up with any additional ones beyond that.
I mean, this is probably a good baseline. It it probably starts at 3 and maybe moves from there. But I don't think this is a standout trophy. I think it has like meaning in the sport. But yeah, I think you have to wait to find to see the other trophies to get them up a little bit higher.
Okay, so the Major League Baseball, the Commissioner's Trophy, as it is known. So that's number 3. Okay. Which, again, nice looking trophy. Apparently, it started to be given out in 1967. Just for your... I don't know what they gave before that.
What do we look up? What do we look like before 1967?
I have no idea. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess... Is that worth looking up, or should we just move on?
We can just move on.
Okay, let's just move on. Okay. Let's move on to a heavy hitter, maybe the favorite to win it all in Ryan's heart. The NHL, the Stanley Cup.
I think that might be the most, as far as trophies go, that might be the biggest one.
As far as sheer size, you're probably right.
And it's different because that's the Stanley Cup is just one trophy. Like every year it's recirculated. Like they put their names on it or engrave it.
They drink out of it.
Don't do the same. Yeah, it's not the same. So. It's got this famous fucking trophy, Eric. Like,
I mean, I'm looking at it's the size of like a small child, give or take. For anyone unfamiliar with the Stanley Cup,
I mean, the only thing that would, like, if I was a hockey fan, I'd be like, dude, that's easily the number one trophy. Like, it just doesn't hold a lot of meaning to me because I'm not a huge hockey fan. But I know like the history with the trophy is pretty big deal. So
I didn't realize until you mentioned it that it's the same trophy. Like they don't make a Stanley Cup for each team that wins or anything.
Same trophy.
Huh?
So I like about the history behind it. Right. Don't drop that thing.
Good advice.
Yeah. I mean, I put that number 1 right now. It has to be. It's ahead of the
right. I agree with that. I think as far as sports trophies go, I mean, it's got to be. For sure, the top 1 or 2, one would assume. And I mean, for as little of a shit that I give about hockey, like just like an iconic trophy, like it has managed to surpass the limitations of hockey and become an iconic representation of champions.
I bet it's like the opposite, dude. Like it's like people don't know what the NHL championship is like. Well, I mean, it's called, but they know the name of the trophy.
Yeah, sure.
Because the World Series, like.
But what's the trophy called? Nobody could fucking tell.
Yeah.
Poll people on the street, maybe 1 out of 100 are going to say, it's the Commissioner's Trophy. Yeah, I get it. No. Let's move on to, how about the NBA?
That's a good one. That's a big one. I like that one. That's probably my favorite.
So just to describe, because again, this is a medium that is audio-based. So let's see, the NBA trophy... Let's see, NBA. I'm just going to do Google NBA trophy. This is even more obscure than, as far as the name goes, than the baseball one. The NBA trophy does have a name. Any guesses?
No.
It is the Larry O'Brien Championship Trophy.
I wouldn't have got that.
Which, when I think of the sport of basketball, you know what I think of? The Irish. Good old Larry O'Brien. He's, which I don't know. I guess he had the Celtics, so who knows? But for anyone, I mean, I imagine most people know who are listening to this what this looks like. But essentially, it's like a golden basketball. It's kind of like off center. It's sort of, I don't know what it's meant to represent exactly. Maybe it's like a hand doing a layup, or I don't know. It's just going into like a big gold net. Now that I'm looking at it a little bit closer, but it's a very stylish trophy.
Yeah, I think that's it's a great looking trophy.
Like I always equate this. So like, yeah, I always equate this trophy with Michael Jordan. Like watching the Bulls in the 90s and having Jordan like hoist up, and then they have all 6 of the Bulls trophies there. Like that's what I always think of when I think of this trophy. The Larry O'Brien.
Yeah, I have no idea. Larry O'Brien. I wonder who that is. Anyway, yeah, I think that, I mean, like I do the same thing, but like, you have the Lakers and like all these teams who you watched as a kid, and you have the whole, this trophy, and like, I mean, I could put that number 1. For me, it would probably go number 1 just because I'm more a basketball fan than a hockey fan. But if I like,
are you saying this is number 1
on my scale? That yes, I would put.
I mean, that is kind of the whole point of this whole thing.
Yes, I'd put the NBA, the Larry O'Brien trophy, number 1.
All right. Well, I appreciate you using the Christian name for the trophy. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll just call it the NBA. You know what? I'll give it the whole name too. I'll pay you the respect here. Larry O'Brien. There we go. Wow, I'm surprised that's over the Stanley Cup.
Except if I was a hockey fan, that would flop. But I'm just not a hockey fan.
Okay.
I don't have any like big memories of like anyone holding up a Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
I just know it's a famous trophy. Like.
Which one? And again, I'm not trying to sway you. It's just kind of a thought that popped into my brain. Let's say you had like you're in a hallway. You have 2 rooms in front of you, one to the left, one to the right. One leads to the NBA trophy, one leads to the Stanley Cup. And you can only go in one of those rooms, and you get a chance to like get a picture with that trophy. Which one do you do?
Yeah, I'd go to the NBA.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I would.
He stood by his answer, ladies. I tried to get him to flip flop. He's too resolute.
It was a good, well formatted.
You did think about it. You did give it some thought.
Yeah.
The only of the major sports, and maybe we can figure out a 5th one to kind of flesh things out too. The last of the big 4 of the major U.S. based sports, the NFL. I don't know what the name of this fucking trophy is either.
This one I know is the Lombardi Trophy.
That's right. Okay, the Lombardi. Okay, the second most popular of the names besides the Stanley Cup. Got it.
That's a nice one. I like.
Which is, for anyone unfamiliar, it's like a silver sort of like triangular stand thing that leads up, and then it's just got a big silver platinum whatever football on top of it.
I think, like, out of respect to just trophies.
Okay.
I think I got to put I got to leave Stanley Cup at 2.
Yeah.
Move this to 3. If the Mariners had ever won a World Series, I would have flipped this and put, but for right now, this goes 3, World Series goes 4. Okay,
interesting. Yeah. I mean, if it was me, if this was Eric ranks it, I think I would flip those, but.
But what?
Yeah, I just like the MLB, the look of the Commissioner Trophy a little bit more than the Lombardi Trophy. Just strictly based on the trophy.
It just holds no place in my heart, though.
Well, you're a fickle lover.
It's a beautiful trophy, but there's something special to me. Like, I've never seen one here in Seattle. Like,
I mean, how many times have you? I mean, I know you've seen on TV the Lombardi Trophy, but have you seen it in person? Were you at one of the? Were you at the big parade?
I watched it live.
Okay, well that counts for something.
Yeah.
Should we add a 5th? Does it make sense to do that?
I mean, what like MLS? I don't know what
we can try.
Like.
I mean, it's either that or the. I shouldn't laugh when I say the WNBA, but I did already. So
don't laugh, Eric.
Okay, MLS Cup. I think I've heard about this before. Oh, that's kind of a cool looking trophy. I'm looking it up right now. It's got so it's kind of like the base is the soccer ball, and then it's got like these ribbon sort of handle things coming up, and it's like a chalice, a giant silver chalice. I can pull it up here for you if you.
I'm looking at it.
Okay.
But what does the World Cup look like?
That's okay. That's better. That's better. Let's see. World Cup trophy. Good question. How is it that this is the biggest sport in the world? I've never fucking seen this before.
I know. It's called the World Cup. Like,
that's kind of, I mean, granted, it's like old, so like, you know, there's probably it's kind of ugly. I don't know. Are you looking at it?
The one with the green at the bottom?
Yeah, the green stripe. So it's like just a big solid gold chunk. It's got kind of like naked men holding up a globe. And then this is an ugly ass trophy.
It doesn't look very defined. Like, it just kind of looks like someone found a piece of gold and stuck it on
yeah.
You know, like you see the top, but like it's hard to like see what the side. I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, far be it for me to cast judgment on trophy makers, but I feel like Mr. T's and Kenmore could have done something a little bit better than this.
The other one that like I like the European League, because that's a big one, right? Like,
the Premier League.
Premier League, that would be the only other.
What now? We need to look up the fucking Premier League now, Doug?
Yeah, I mean the World Cup's not. That's actually.
I mean, if you're going based on like just sheer,
it's kind of a cool.
What do you look at the Premier League one now? Narrate what you're doing, please.
I mean, I'm just if that's a nice looking trophy.
What, the Premier League?
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, yes, I was unclear what it is that you were looking at, but yes, the Premier League, again, just kind of a standard trophy, but it's got like a big silver gold crown on top, some lion designs. Yeah, that's a nice looking trophy. I would put that and the MLS trophy are both comparable, I would say. If you're going solely based on aesthetics, if we're talking about notoriety, though, I imagine the World Cup is probably the way you want to go, but it's your list. What do you want to rank?
There's no doubt soccer's going fifth no matter what. So, like,
okay,
you got to pick one of those. Probably leaning Premier League.
Okay. Where are you thinking?
Fifth.
Okay.
yeah. By default, it's going fifth. Like, soccer, man.
Would it even have mattered which league we were putting on this list?
No.
They all would have been fifth regardless. You just arbitrarily chose the Premier League over the World Cup and the MLS.
Right.
Okay, good.
Unless the WNBA has something to offer here.
I'm glad that with all these other 4 US-based sports leagues, you just arbitrarily put the Premier League as the fifth spot on our list. That's solid.
This person I've even seen the trophy. You know?
Right. You were wowed right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Okay, so to summarize here, for Ryan's top 5 trophy rankings, they call them Mr. Sports. Number 1, the NBA trophy, a.k.a. the Larry O'Brien. 2, the Stanley Cup. 3, the Lombardi Trophy for the NFL. 4, the Major League Baseball's Commissioner's Trophy. And then 5 is the Premier League trophy that probably has a name, but I didn't see what the name was. Well, thank you, Ryan, for taking some time out to rank those trophies for us. Do you feel good about that ranking? Sometimes you leave conflicted, but I don't think that you feel that way right now.
No, I'm not conflicted on that one. I think it's pretty fair. I wish the MLB could have made a better run, but maybe next year.
Trophy wise, it is very unique. It has its own distinct look. I didn't realize how many of these other sporting leagues just put like the ball that they use as a prominent part of the trophy, whereas Major League Baseball, they didn't stoop to that level. So good on them.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So we've got time. We've got some time to just shoot the shit, shoot the breeze, see how everything's going, Ryan. I've got some topics we can delve into. We don't have to just sit here in silence for 20 minutes or whatever. Ryan, just going through my list here. No rhyme or reason. This doesn't necessarily have any tie-in with our match that we'll be watching next week or anything like that. Do you have any thoughts on hypnosis?
We did. I mean, like we had someone come to our school one time and do one of those like shows where they like in the bleachers and they do this stuff and you're supposed to be
How old were you? Was this like high school?
Yeah, like 16 or something.
Okay, all right. You weren't one of the people chosen though, unfortunately, right?
No. And like, I mean, I guess they did bring down like, yeah, maybe like one or two. I guess they did, but they would do it like it was like if you can participate in the bleachers too. Like if you just follow the steps, you can participate and become hypnotized. Yeah, I don't know. I always thought it was cool. I thought,
did it affect you?
No. Well, that's I just like I always thought the annoying thing about these people was like the people in the stands who would pretend to be fucking hypnotized. Like, those people pissed me off more than the guy who was actually doing it. Like. And so that's kind of my experience with him. I don't know if that's where you're going, but that's my.
I mean, I wasn't sure if there was going to be any stories or anything attached to it. My school never brought a hypnotist in, although I would have fucking loved that. The closest that we ever came for our big senior party after graduation, we went to, where did we go? We went to like some arcade thing in Issaquah, and they had a hypnotist there that was performing all sorts of, but I missed like the whole show, so I didn't even get a chance to do it. But I feel like that is like a vital part of the senior party experience. Like if your senior party doesn't have a hypnotist, you didn't even have a senior party.
What?
What?
That's a thing?
Yeah, that's a thing. Absolutely.
God, I'm surprised you're so excited about it too. Like, it seems like you're really bummed that you missed this.
I was bummed. Like, I remember, like, when I was a little kid, so there's like a bit of an age gap between my older sister and myself. We're like 5-6 years apart. And I remember her telling me, like, oh yeah, I went to the senior party. They had a hypnotist there. I was like, what? And so, like, you don't see hypnotists in, like, everyday life. That's not something you encounter, but there's always, especially when you're, like, a kid, there's something, like, mystical and magical about the idea of a hypnotist. And I remember being so excited, but I missed the whole hypnotist show.
I feel like there's these things that happen when you're a kid, and you just fucking take them straight into adulthood. Actually, your entire adulthood. Like wrestling, for example. Like, you're so into it, and then you just, you carry the passion into your, Same with, I guess, hypnotist. I guess he did the same thing.
I mean, if somebody is like, Eric, I've got a ticket to go see a hypnotist. Do you want to come? I would say, fuck yes, I want to go.
Really?
Yeah. Why not?
What if it costs money?
Well, the scenario that I just presented was, hey, Eric, I have a ticket to go see a hypnotist. Do you want to go? I mean, like, I would consider paying if I was in Las Vegas, which, I mean, who would ever be there? But if I was in Las Vegas, I would probably, like, if somebody's like, hey, do you guys want to, like, go see, like, a hypnotist show? I would say, sure, I'll fucking do that. Why not?
I don't know. Like, I mean, yeah, maybe. The idea of it, like, is to me, like, first of all, I think everyone who's participating is being really annoying with their. It's not like I just see they're faking it. It just bothers me. And secondly, if I got chosen to do this under like a, I just couldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd be distracted by too much stuff going on in my head. Like I can't meditate. I can't, I just wouldn't be able to do it. Like,
how do you know that they were faking it? Were they all looking at you winking?
No, they just were.
You just know.
They just were like
fake news.
They wanted to be hypnotized so bad that they thought they talked themselves into being hypnotized. And
so I was always intrigued by the idea just because it was such a foreign concept to me. But then, like at a certain point, I remember reading an article that was basically equating hypnotism to, like, when you have a moment when you're driving and you just sort of like blank out, but you're still operating. Like, you're still operating your vehicle, etc. Like, everything's working as normal, but then, like, you snap back to consciousness and you, like, don't remember the last, like, minute or two of driving. That's hypnosis.
Okay. That's actually a good way. And I do that every day. I do that while I'm working. I do that while I am constantly in a state of that. So, like, if other people aren't, then, like, maybe that's, maybe it's a way to get it. But I am constantly in that state. So
that's your second favorite state behind sleeping.
Yeah. I'm a great, put me in a daydream. I'm there. I am, I'm very much, I can, 10 minutes go by, I forgot, I wouldn't be able to tell you what happened.
The worst time that ever happened to me, The lone car accident I was ever involved in, I was literally in the middle of like one of those blank out moments. And
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, which was not great, because then, of course, when I'm being asked all these questions about, like, you know, what happened, like literally the only thing I could think of was like, I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, how often would you say when you're driving you're in that state?
I mean, it's hard. That's hard. That's a hard question to answer. I'm not really 100% positive. I feel like it happens less now than it used to, but I don't know that for a fact.
Yeah, it's a weird phenomenon, like, you know, to come out of it. But I just do it so often that, like, that's how I drive now. Like, if I think I'd be able to tell, like, I'd be able to, like, replay it back in my head. I'm this good at it now. I'd be able to say, okay, this is what happened, even though I'm kind of in that.
I think so, like, this is just me armchair quarterbacking my own hypnosis, but I think it happens less when I have somebody else in the car with me.
Yeah.
I think it's more of something that happens when I'm like driving by myself. And so working from home now, like most of the trips, most of the time when I'm driving like 3 minutes away to like the grocery store and back. So like there's not really that time to do it. So that may also play a factor into it as well.
Yeah.
But very infrequently these days, it feels like.
Maybe it's like that, but you know, I don't know. To me, that's just day to day.
You know what I think, and this is actually another topic that I had on my list of things to ask you about, and it actually kind of ties in with what we've just been talking about. Are you familiar with sensory deprivation chambers?
Yeah.
Have you done one?
I have.
Have you really?
Mm-hmm.
How long ago?
Like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I couldn't like get into, like, I couldn't just meditate, right? Like that's kind of the idea, is you let your body kind of like sit there, and I couldn't do it. And I think if you go once, it's gonna be hard to do, but I couldn't. It was fine. I didn't hate it. I just couldn't get the full experience.
I've done it once as well. I did one in Portland, like before they were more. Did you do the one in Kirkland or somewhere else?
I did do the one in Kirkland. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the reason for wanting to go do that?
I'm pretty sure I heard on like the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, so now he listens to podcasts, everybody.
Early stuff. This was before he like had completely blown up.
I understand. No one's judging you.
No, but like, I mean, I think like he had talked about it. He was really into it, and you know, the fact that there was one right across the street from where we worked, I was like, all right, like, I'll go.
So you dropped some DMT, and then you went and you did the.
Yeah. That would be a trip. It's weird because you're like, you pull the thing down, it's dark, you know, and you can you have no sound, and that would be an experience. But yeah, no, I did it. I don't know.
Were you nude?
No, I don't. I think I wore a swimsuit.
Well, see, I think that's part of the problem.
Is it?
Yeah, you're supposed to be naked. Supposed to be a little naked boy.
Maybe I did. I'm pretty sure I wore a swimsuit. Pretty sure I wore a swimsuit.
I remember we went to like this hippy dippy spot in Portland, and just like I climbed in. I mean, there was pitch black, which I'm sure yours was as well.
Yeah.
You're like floating there. For anyone who doesn't know what a sensory deprivation chamber is, I'm sure most of you listening probably are familiar with the concept. But it's essentially like, like no light gets in or out. It's just pitch black. There's enough salt in the water where you're buoyant. So in theory, you're just there floating. It's like the closest equivalent to like being in space. And so the water is supposed to be the same temperature as your body. So you're just experiencing like nothingness for, you know, an hour or whatever amount of time you have allotted for it. But I remember I was annoyed initially because when I got into the water, I just kept like bouncing between the walls like a fucking pinball. And then eventually I had to like, you know, get it all situated, etc. And then I remember I was just like laying there with my eyes closed, I'm naked, and I'm just like, you know, your mind's going for a while. And then like I wasn't doing anything, and I was like, maybe I should just try and like masturbate really quick.
God, you told me that, dude.
Oh, so maybe I've already told this story then. But which I don't think. I think I gave up. I think I quit. And I was like, "This is where would this go?" Even then, I'm just marinating in my own juices. But yeah, that was. And then I think I splashed some water in my eye. But yeah, it was a whole thing.
Yeah, I just never understood like there like. Is there a reason you wanted to like jerk off right there?
No, I didn't book the appointment with the intention of doing that. It's just like, I'm sitting here. There's nothing else for me to do. I might as well just like try and do that. And then I realized, oh man, my imagination is shot. There's no possible way for me to do this without some sort of like visual aid.
That's wild, man. Yeah, I didn't jerk off during mine. Maybe that was a problem.
yeah, maybe he would have enjoyed it more. I know, friend of the show, the senior hemorrhoid correspondent himself, Chris Paxton. There was a time in his life where he was going like weekly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, presumably not to jerk off, but just to go and hang out and float.
Did he get anything from it? Does he say like? Did he feel that you lose the sense of your body and whatever, like
that's a great question. I mean, I know I think he felt like refreshed and recharged, and like any anxiety that he had kind of leading into it would to some degree sort of dissipate a little bit at the end. I'm sure I could ask him and he would be more than willing to share his experience, but yeah, no, I mean he was going a lot. He was going sometimes multiple times a week, if I remember right.
Wow, you get a little pricey too. I think it was like $50-$60 a.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap. I mean, because I think they have their, especially after COVID. I think they have to swap the salt water out each time, and make it a whole big thing. So,
well, if someone jerks off in there too, I want to swap that out. Like,
I was just adding some more salt, dog. Unsuccessfully, and then again flashed myself in the eye, so that was a great time.
Yeah.
All right, let's see, we probably have time for one more quick thing, and then we can hit the would you rather a little bit. Let's see, this has nothing to do with what we were just talking about, but I like this as a question. So it's been a bit since we've revisited this element of your personality, Ryan. The Dentist 2.
The Dentist 2.
Starring Corbin Burnson. Great movie. It's right up there with Meet the Fockers, in my opinion.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. Were there any movies that you saw when you were young that, in retrospect, you're like, I probably was too young to have seen that? Like, were there any movies that, like, scared you as a kid, and then maybe you had an irrational fear of whatever on account of those?
So I don't recall any like movies specifically, but I do recall like one thing that kind of fucked me up as a kid.
Okay.
Like my dad would watch like the Discovery Channel, like this, like, like the where they do like the crime investigation, like these murder shows. Like,
okay.
Whatever.
Like the First 48 or whatever. Which
yeah, something like that.
For the longest time, I thought it was about states.
Huh?
The First 48. Like every time I would see that come up on like, the channel guide or whatever, I was like, oh, that must be about history, about the states of the United States. It's not.
I love these shows now, by the way, like Dateline, 48, whatever. Like,
right.
But at the time, this like I was, I don't know, 7 or 8, and I was watching it, and like one of the things was like this guy, they were like reenacting the murder, and they like took this guy on a chair and like strapped him in, and then like put a cinder block, like tied the chair to a cinder block, and then like dropped him over the bridge. Jesus. And he, and then they went over it. And I remember constantly for like, at least like a year after that, like every night thinking that this is going to like happen to me. Like it was terrifying. Like, and I really thought, I was so horrified of like someone breaking into like my house, like strapping me to a chair and then cinder blocking me over the end of the bridge. Like terrifying shit. Like,
right. Irrational fear, if there ever was one.
Yeah. And like as far as movies, I don't recall anything that stuck up, but like that really That really freaked me out as a kid. I always thought that was going to happen. It still a little bit gets me. You know?
So if I showed up at your doorstep with a cinder block, you would not be very excited to see me?
Yeah, I'd be like pretty mortified.
Well, good to know.
Yeah.
Anyone who has a vendetta against Ryan, you know how to get him now. I was scared of a lot of stuff when I was a kid. When I think back on it, like I was terrified of a lot of things. Looking back on it now, like for example, right around 5, 6, 7 years old, I remember every single night when I was going to bed, I would not casually climb into bed. I would leap into my bed because I did not want something grabbing my feet from.
So you're like a monster's under the bed.
Yeah, it was like a monster under the bed type of situation. Like without fail, I would running leap into the bed so that any monsters underneath it could not grab me.
It's kind of funny how like you're still like, you know, even though you thought the monsters on your bed, you're still willing to get into bed. You just wanted to make sure they grab your feet. Like
the safety of the covers, exactly.
Yeah.
That once I have my WWF Hulk Hogan Ultimate Warrior covers on, then no monsters are getting through there anymore. But I remember there was that. I also remember, and this is bizarre. This is a weird thing, but I remember, and the name of the actual store escapes my memory. I have no idea what the store was, but I think there was a furniture store that used to have a commercial where they would have a little jingle, and then they at the end of the commercial, it would always like flash white twice. So like it would be like, and that's not the tune. I'm just making up a jingle right now. Bucka. It would like flash, and every single time I would hide before the at the end of the commercial.
Was it loud or something? Like
I don't know. It wasn't that much louder than the rest of the commercial. I just didn't want the flashes to get me.
Just didn't. That's odd.
So there was that. I mean, I've already talked. We've discussed my fear of seeds when I was a child. How I would dissect all of my vegetables. Like peas have, like the individual peas have seeds. Green beans. We don't have to rehash all of that. But yeah, fear of seeds. Like my mom loved sci-fi movies and like horror movies. She would oftentimes have like Tales from the Crypt and fucking Monster Vision and shit on, so I would always just like haul ass and run past the TV whenever that stuff was on. It was just living in constant fear for me.
Yeah, it's a rough childhood. Like,
this is why I have upwards of 30 guns today, is because
exactly
these childhood fears.
Did I ever go over my fear of pine cones? Have we?
No.
Oh, is that not
your fear? Is this a current day or this is previous?
No, this is like I was young. I don't know. Like
it was at least 3 years ago.
6.
Okay,
3 to 6. I don't know, but like, yeah, I was terrified of pine cones, and like one time on a boat, in order like my dad's cousin like to get me to sit still and not like move, he just took 2 giant pine cones like in Eastern Washington and set like right on each side of me, so I wouldn't move. And I just like pictures of me just sitting there like frozen.
But you don't know the reason for this fear?
I don't know. I was just I did like pine cones. Terrified of it. And it was like a known thing for me as a kid. I don't really remember it that well. I just kind of heard the story, but like like Frozen type of fear, like, you know, I would want to. Yeah.
So there's pictures of you being emotionally scarred.
Yeah. There's a picture of me on a boat with these 2 giant pine cones sitting next to me, just so I wouldn't move on the boat. It's kind of fucked up. Like,
yeah, it's a little fucked up in retrospect. This kid frozen in terror. Let's get a picture of him for posterity.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it came from, but a weird thing to be, you know, afraid of. But like, you know, yeah, I don't know where it stemmed from, but
that is weird.
Just so everyone knows. Yeah.
Let's see. Last thing from my end around this particular topic. I wonder if I can find the name of this movie really quick. Give me one moment. Let's see. I'm not going to be able to find it. I'm just going to abandon that idea as it is. If anyone knows, and I'm going to try my best to describe this fucking movie. So again, when I was a kid, I never, ever, ever watched scary movies. And to this day, I really don't watch scary movies because I hate jump scares. But as a kid, always would run out of the room, hated them. And so like, as a result of that, like I was always very, like my sensitivity to horror movies and stuff like that was, much higher or lower depending on how you want to look at it versus like other people. And I remember, I think it was either 5th grade, 6th grade, one of the two, whenever Street Fighter 2 for the Super Nintendo came out. So we're talking 92-ish probably. I remember I had a sleepover party at a friend's house. Shout out to Ben Larios. But I remember the next morning, we all had breakfast, whatever. It's like, okay, what do we want to do? Oh, does everyone want to watch a movie? It's like, sure, yeah, let's watch a movie. And like the movie that was determined that we were all going to watch was like this horror anthology movie. It was not, I don't even think it was like R-rated. Thinking back on it now, it was probably like a PG-13 type of scenario. But I remember there was like a monster that got somebody in a toilet, and there was like all this other stuff. And I was just trying to like be cool in front of my friends, while on the inside I'm like, holy fuck, I don't want to be here right now. Like, I could not get out of that house soon enough to get away from this horror anthology movie.
God, I get it. I'm not a big horror fan either, so yeah.
Besides the dentist too.
Besides the dentist, yeah.
Two.
So the dentist too, yeah. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go ahead. Let's take a brief commercial break. We will come back with Ask the Talent. Thank you. And we are back. It's still winter. February is winter time still. I don't remember when spring starts. So I'll look it up at some point in time, but it's still the winter of Would You Rather. February is upon us. Valentine's Day, right around the corner. Super Bowl, also right around the corner. What happens if you mix the two? I don't know.
We'll find out this year.
Helmet sex. But padded helmet sex. But as far as our segment here of Ask the Talent, padded helmet sex. Ask the Talent.
Ask the Talent.
Would you rather, Ryan, have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future?
It's actually a good question.
I mean, that's kind of the hope that I'm putting together decent questions for these. Obviously, one's a little bit more practical.
What can you do with this knowledge? Can you, like, how does it work? Like, you can just see and then you, like, just come back and you make decisions based off that. Like, how long do you get this glimpse into the future for?
I mean,
like, what does this look like?
I think that's for up to us to define what this looks. In my mind, like, let's say that you choose the 10 minutes into the future thing. I think that you can, like, warp in to this mindset, and like you can have like you could continually always look at 10 minutes into the future if you were so
view it. Okay.
Yeah, you can view it and then shut it off at your leisure. Which would also be funny if you sat there for in excess of 10 minutes and then you were just looking at yourself in the future. Which also strikes me as a very Ryan thing to do.
Okay. Shoot.
And you know what? I'm even going to I'm going to add a little bit of extra incentives to this pot. Let's say, I think there was a Nicolas Cage movie that was fucking awful that had the same basic premise. Let's say that the things that you're seeing can be changed. So you have the capability of, like, you know, like you can influence what it is that you're seeing happen.
Yeah, I mean, like 10 minutes, like, I mean, I think you could, like, you could maybe, like, kind of avert some, like, disasters that might happen, and, you know, like, that would be a nice feature of it.
Right, sure.
You know, like, but to see 150 years in the future would be kind of sick. I don't think there'd be much to, like, I mean, you'd pretty much just be watching, like, a movie or something, you know, like.
We need to make sure the Bulgarians don't get a hold of nukes.
I think I'd probably take 10 minutes. I'd probably take the 10 minutes. Well, shoot, I don't know. No, you know what? Actually, I'd get very bored with the 10-minute thing. I get very, and I wouldn't.
I'm watching TikTok again.
Yeah, no, exactly. You could probably do so. Maybe you could monetize that somehow. You know, make some money.
The 10 minutes.
Psychic, you know.
Probably, yeah.
Turn yourself. But if I was just using it to, like, I guarantee I'd get bored. I would never use it. And then I would end up running into like disasters just because I never used this like nice feature that I had. I'd want to see 150 years in the future. As far as usefulness, 10 minutes, but like as far as what I'd probably choose, yeah, I'd probably go with 150 years in the future.
Okay, so you're going with 150 just to sate your own curiosity?
Well, yeah, just the way I am. Like, it just wouldn't be a. Someone else would have better luck with 10 minutes ahead than me. Someone else should be given this gift, not me. Yeah.
The world's greatest military sniper.
Yeah,
Ryan Murphy. Is there anything that we can do to change your mind?
It's probably a lot. I'm barely on the 150 side. I'm just saying, like,
what if?
Turn it off.
What if? Let's sweeten this pot. Okay, so it's still 150 years in the future. Would you rather have that or the ability to see the next day? So you could get like a summarized version of the following day of your life.
I think that would be helpful.
Yeah.
You could pre-plan, like, like if you have something big coming up, like you could, take that and then, kind of pre-plan. I would, the next day I would take, yeah.
Okay.
I would almost take 10 minutes. It's not going to take much to like move me back here. I'm just saying, like,
you can see a full hour.
10 minutes. Next day, yes, I would take that. Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Everyone gets their fill of Ryan right there. But that's it. I think we got a good little social bit after last episode. I know we had a shorter version, but hopefully everybody got their fill of Ryan and not anything related to professional wrestling for this episode. So you're welcome, everyone. But follow us on Instagram and Twitter, Hardmark Podcast. Like us on Facebook. Follow Ryan, TikTok, RJ Murphy, 1922. Review us on iTunes. Give us 5 stars on there as well. Spotify too, 5 stars. Just listen to us for 30 seconds on Spotify and 5 stars. What happens if they give us 4 stars, Ryan?
Cinder blocked.
They get cinder blocks attached to their feet, thrown off a bridge. That's so if you want Ryan showing up at your house with his powers of 10 minutes in the future, then it's your funeral. Good luck getting Dennis tooed. But if you're not hard, everybody, get hard. Once you get hard, stay hard. Rumpus time is over. Thank you very much. He's never going to have sex again.